Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. My phone number is 1-888-454-8464. This is Dr. Whiting. Today we're going to talk about the role of a good vitamin mineral supplement while addressing and living with Candida overgrowth. First of all, let's briefly talk about what Candida is. Candida is a naturally occurring organism that's found in the gastrointestinal tract of every human being. And while we don't know what it's for exactly, we do know that it's relatively harmless, except in situations where the body's intestinal environment becomes out of balance, and then potential problems can occur. A Candida overgrowth can occur when we destroy or significantly reduce beneficial bacteria, which we call probiotics. Antibiotics, birth control medications, steroids, and sexual transmission are some of the most common ways that we can either pick up a localized yeast infection through transmission, or we can develop a localized yeast infection by destroying the beneficial bacteria of the body, which antibiotics, birth control pills, and steroid medications are very good at doing. And once you have a localized infection, if it goes unchecked for any length of time, that organism then can enter your bloodstream. Once it enters your bloodstream, you can develop a condition called systemic candidiasis, which means it is now overgrowing throughout your body in areas like the lungs, the sinuses, the liver, the kidneys, even the brain fluid. And once you have systemic candidiasis, it takes a much more aggressive program to eliminate. Fortunately, we developed that program several years ago, and you can read about it at our research site at thecandidaclinic.com. Today, however, I want to talk about the role of a good multivitamin mineral supplement while you're dealing with a Candida overgrowth and afterwards. One of the things that we know about systemic candidiasis is that it is very depleted, and it increases the body's need for basic everyday nutrients. And when it becomes systemic, specific nutrients may be helpful in mitigating some of the side effects, some of the more common side effects that we find in those suffering with systemic yeast. For example, insomnia. One of the more common complaints of those with systemic candida. Well, calcium and magnesium has long been shown to be helpful for a more restful sleep. That might be a good idea. Fatigue, short-term memory loss. It has been shown clinically that these conditions can benefit from a higher intake of vitamin B complex nutrients. How about that spacey feeling, that disconnected feeling that so many people with systemic candida complain of? You probably caused by candida overgrowth in brain fluid. Well, there are several nutrients such as choline, inositol, and key antioxidants that can help mitigate that problem, at least for the short term, while we're assisting you in eliminating it altogether. Vaginal infections, repeated jock itch infections, two classic nutrients that have been shown to be natural antibiotics, natural nutrients to absorb and help to eliminate infectious progress. And those are vitamins A and C. Vitamin A protects the mucosal lining of the body, which would be involved in vaginal yeast and jock itch yeast problems. Vitamin C has been shown for decades to have a natural antibiotic property. And so taking those would probably be an excellent idea. Now, there are several ways you can do this. You can go online, or you can go to your health food store and you can try to buy all these nutrients and a dozen more that we haven't had time to talk about, or you can get them all in one bottle, in one formula. And I believe that nutrition and supplementation is best delivered conveniently and economically. And if you don't have to take 40 pills and spend $200 a month, you're more likely to embrace our concept. So what happened was I developed a full spectrum formula that not only contains all the nutrients I just talked about, but in fact it contains 136 nutrients. And those nutrients work together to help support and balance your internal body chemistry. And when your body is under siege with a massive overgrowth of a yeast organism, you need nutritional support more than ever before, because by means we're not clear of yet, the Candida organism can suppress certain nutrients. It can increase the need for higher potency nutrients in many cases. So obviously, if we would recommend a full spectrum program for everyone, we would certainly recommend it for those suffering from a systemic Candida overgrowth. And our full spectrum formula, called High Vitality Liquid, provides 136 nutrients to the human body. It is now part of our OxyFlush Candida Elimination Program. All in one and very effective. But we felt so strongly about the importance of taking a good multivitamin mineral supplement under these circumstances that we now require it and we now include it in all our programs. This is Dr. Whiting. Take care.